I got the shoe out. It's sitting here. I'm not going to give it the 100% OG Unk approved stamp. It's $145. But it does feature my favorite cushion, which is React. But this is ReactX, and it's stacked. This is the Ava Rover. This is the Ava Rover. I'm going to give you the details real quick. It's only $145. I won't say only because there are some better looking OG Unk approved shoes that are out there that you should definitely take a look at. But there's some details. This is from what I think Nike should have made this an ACG shoe. They should have made it an ACG shoe, and it would have fit perfectly into that wheelhouse. But I'm going to tell you what it reminds me of. Just let me give you these details real quick. So the Nike Ava Rover, and let me see, the color is Fossil Black Cosmic Clay. Style code is DX4215-204. It's $145. I should put this on just on GP because, but it's not OG Unk approved, so I'm not going to be doing it on foot, and I'm not dressed appropriately. I think this is perfect for futuristic cargo pants. Shoes that kind of, clothing that looks a little bit more futuristic and like scavenger type. So I guess if we were thinking ISPA, this shoe really does fall into that kind of look, the ISPA look. It looks a lot like it. And it's got this waffle sole, but like I said, it's got ReactX. And it reminds me of one shoe in particular. This shoe, it was wild. A few years back, there was a shoe called the Element. And that Element shoe hit resale. But there were two different versions of it. And one shoe was super cheap. But the other shoe, people were paying ridiculous prices for it. Now, I'm not saying that this shoe is going to go and hit those resale prices. It's not doing that whatsoever. You can get it below retail in some places. But man, it's an interesting looking sneaker. And once I get up close, you'll see that this around the side is like a TPU molded mudguard around the outside of the shoe. So it's built to kind of withstand a little bit of water here. Now this upper part is ventilated. It's got perforated suede all the way up the toe onto the tongue. But when you talk about a really good looking shoe, that's an interesting looking shoe as well. And it almost looks like you should be able to fold this part down, but you can't. That's a good kind of sturdy heel. But man, it's an intriguing sneaker from the swoosh that I can't quite give that OG Unk approval. But man, it comes really close. So like if you do have an OG and you need to get him some shoes, or you're an OG yourself and you need to get yourself some shoes, look into these. They are true to size. They are true to size. But they do remind me of the Element. And if you remember the Element, you probably know exactly why I'm saying that. Embroidered swoosh here, embroidered swoosh on the medial side. I'm looking for reflective hits. Not really any reflective hits, but man, this thing, it's an interesting looking shoe. Nike got one with this. I don't think people were buying it up like crazy. There's a few different colorways. The black one moves a little bit better than this clay colored one. But man, it is an interesting looking shoe. Let's get to that close up though. Let's get to the close up so you can see it. And I don't have to keep talking. I have not given it the OG stamp though. I'm not giving it the stamp. I should, but I'm not. Close up. It's not getting the stamp. I really want to give it the stamp, but it's not getting the stamp. But it's close. So check out this mudguard. Like I said, if you were looking from a distance, this looks like a part of the design of the shoe, like a paint or something. It's not. It's actually a rubber mudguard, and it's meant to protect your shoes on like an urban hike. If you're just kicking it and walking around the city a lot, that's what the shoe is really designed for. You're talking about a huge amount of ReactX cushioning in that midsole and a Waffle outsole. It reminds me of the Element. And I'm going to give you this toe down so you can see why I'm saying that. And I think I'll find a picture and put it in so you can see the Element. If you remember that shoe, that's what this reminds me of. And it's an interesting looking model. It's kind of like a terry cloth around the inside of the collar there, but not quite. But you gotta get that feel from it. And this is just an interesting design. I'm pretty sure this is a 3M hit that goes around the heel. I was looking for something reflective, and I'm positive this is it, going around the heel. I love this pull tab. Easily get your finger inside of that and pull your shoes on. These tongues I'm not a big fan of because they always kind of shift a little bit, but they did add padding to the tongue, so that's nice. And I like this flat lace, which gives you a little bit of that lockdown. And this second hole right here, if you put your lace through that and tie your shoe that way, then it won't come untied. That's just a feature that Nike puts on. Embroidered swoosh. Really a solid looking shoe to give you that heel shot. It's really a solid looking shoe. It's not bad at all, but it definitely gives me those Element vibes. I think that's it. I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.